Welcome back to the channel, everyone. So last year I made a video talking about how cool and how amazing the iPhone 7 Plus was in 2019, and I want to kind of re-update that video and talk about why the iPhone 7 Plus is still amazing and still awesome in 2020. And a few key things have actually changed, and a really important thing to note about these older iPhones is that prices depreciate a lot slower than a lot of people think, but at the same time they're still depreciating over time, which is really nice, and the phones are still better than when they even came out in the first time, to be honest. Now the iPhone 7 Plus, when it came out, it was multiple hundreds. It was probably like $799 or something crazy like that, and if you think about it, that's like the price almost of like the iPhone 11, which is really funny. But the iPhone 7 Plus on eBay, I've seen a lot of them go for less than $200. On Amazon even, you can get them for less than $250 as well, and I'll link some of those that I find in the description as well, so you can get them from there and help support the channel at the same time. But the price points of these things are super killer. The iPhone 7 Plus, for the price that you're going to pay for it, is a very compelling price and something that should not be overlooked. If you're in the market for a phone, the iPhone 7 Plus is definitely a phone that should be on your radar for sure. Now the price point is probably the number one thing about this phone and the reason I would recommend people to pick it up, but there's also several other things as well. So as you guys know, there's been a huge development in the jailbreaking scene for these older iPhones specifically, and luckily for you, the checkra jailbreak, which is a unpatchable jailbreak, you can jailbreak any set of iPhones within any iOS version. So you're on iOS 11, iOS 13, whatever the case is, you'll be able to jailbreak it, and the iPhone 7 Plus is compatible with that jailbreak, which is an awesome thing. One of my favorite things about jailbreaking for sure, and one of my favorite things about this phone overall. So if you're in the market, dude, and the way to jailbreak this is so easy, it's not even hard at all. I've been able to do it, and I'm not even that technical of a person, believe it or not. So if you have an iPhone 7 or an iPhone 7 Plus, I'll leave the tutorial I did in the description below so you can watch that checkra jailbreak tutorial and jailbreak your iPhone. It's so important. Like if you have one of these phones, it's so important for you to do it. It unlocks so many cool features, and I've been jailbreaking a lot of my older phones, including the iPhone 5S, iPhone 6, and it's breathed so much more life into these phones. So I would highly recommend you, if you're in the market, if you want to, you would have to jailbreak your device, but the iPhone 7 Plus is supported with that, which is really nice. Now, as I said before, the build quality of the iPhone 7 Plus is still top tier, and the regular matte versions are good. They're not really comparable to like the iPhone 11 and 11 Pro in them, but if you get the jet black version of the iPhone 7 Plus, there is just something so out of the world about that phone. Like, I don't think most people even understand what I'm talking about when I talk about it, but it is a very cool thing that you have the capability of actually going and having a phone that's not necessarily glass on the back, but feels even better than glass in my opinion. It just has this cool, like, rugged feel to it. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but the build quality of the 7 Plus, whether you get the jet black or the matte, whatever, it doesn't matter. Both phones still feel pretty good in the hands. The phone does not feel cheap at all. If you look at a phone like the iPhone 6S or iPhone 6, those don't feel cheap either, but I think the iPhone 7 Plus has a different tone to it and definitely feels better in the hand, and it has some nice heft to it too. So if you get an iPhone 7 Plus, you're not going to feel like you have a cheap phone. It might look a little dated because of the bezels on the front and the home button, but other than that, it still looks super fine for the majority of people, I'm sure, out there. And if you are able to jailbreak it, you can actually get some of those newer iPhone features onto these phones as well, including the gestures and even some other cool things too, which is really nice, and even features that the iPhone 11 and 11 Pro don't even have. So that's another little plug for the jailbreak. You guys need to jailbreak this device. In terms of the performance, this phone has still been very nice to me as well. I really haven't had too many issues with it. The thing is that with the software support, because this thing is going to be supported for a much longer time, even if there's some stutteriness going on with iOS 13 right now, it's definitely going to be fixed probably with the next version of update, especially with iOS 14. It's going to be more of a stability update than anything else. So that is something that we're going to kind of have to keep in mind while we're going through it. But regardless, the iPhone 7 Plus performance is still very good. And sometimes, like I said before last year, like, it sometimes feels faster than my iPhone 10, and I've compared it to my iPhone 11 Pro and all those phones as well, and yeah, there were some differences here and there, but overall the iPhone 7 Plus has done a very good job in terms of performance. So the battery life is also very good on this phone too. There's really not too much to hate on it here. It has one of the bigger battery lives from the Plus models of phones, and because it's not like the most powerful thing in the world, it doesn't suck up a ton of battery. So this phone, in terms of the battery life, has been very decent for the majority of time that I've owned it. And also, like I've been saying, the cameras, as long as you have a dual camera setup in 2020, you're pretty much for the most part going to be set. And the iPhone 7 Plus does a very good job at the camera sensors that it does have. You're able to do portrait mode and a ton of other cool little things as well. And like I said, with jailbreaks, you're able to get even some more cooler camera features as well. So I think at the end of the day, dude, the iPhone 7 Plus is a killer device now, and I think it's a better value per dollar now than what it was before, a year before, and even before then when it first came out. This phone is still getting a couple more versions of software. It might end on iOS 14, it might not. But I guess we'll just see what happens with it. But that's pretty much it, guys. If you have any other questions or anything like that, let me know in the comment section below. Hit that like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys could hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel, all those links are linked down below. I'd really appreciate if you guys could check it out. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.